Hey, friends! Welcome back and thanks for tuning in to another show. Guess what? I don't have anything on my blackboard today because we're actually only going to work on one kindergarten readiness goal today. And that is you are going to listen and respond to stories that you read today. So I'm going to read you a story and I may ask you some questions and you're going to talk to me. So you need to make sure that you use your big boy and your big girl voice so that I can hear you with my ears. I hope you're excited about today. You will not need any materials, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Make sure you turn your listening ears on. Let's turn them on together. Do this. Great job. And make sure your eyes are watching. Make sure they're watching because you don't want to miss a really good part of the story, okay? All right, so let's get started. All right, so today we're going to read this story. And this story is called The Runaway Cookie Parade. The Runaway Cookie Parade. And in this story, we're going to have a little friend. And this little friend is going to do some special things. What do you think this is on our little friend's head? What do you think she has on her head? That's right, she has a hat on her head. Some people call it a chef hat, okay? Because she's going to do some special things. What do you think she has on her shirt? It goes up around her neck and it's the color white. What do you think that thing is called? Maybe sometimes your mommy and daddy wear it whenever they're inside of the kitchen. Do you know what it's called? That's right, it's an apron. It is called an apron. If you didn't know, that's okay. This is called an apron. And people wear an apron whenever they're in the kitchen so that they don't get their clothes dirty. Okay? And then this lady or this friend, she has some little tools to help her. I think she's going to be baking something. Looks like she's cutting little things out, so we're going to see what she's doing when we read our story, okay? All right, so once again, this story is called The Runaway Cookie Parade. All right, so let's get started. So, let's talk about this little friend. Here she is, right here. This is our little friend. It looks the same as the picture I just sent you. So, one day, our little friend named Jenny, her name is Jenny. Can you say Jenny? I can't hear you. Can you say it one more time? Can you say Jenny? Great job. One day, Jenny decided to bake some fancy cookies. She was in the mood to be creative. So she mixed up her dough and she rolled it out on the table. So right here, Jenny is mixing up her dough and she's rolling it out on the table. Have you ever touched dough? That's awesome. So some of you have touched dough and some of you haven't. Well, guess what? It's almost like Play-Doh. So have you ever played with Play-Doh? That's great. So whenever you play with Play-Doh, you can use these little materials. You can use this roller. This is called a roller. And what it does is it makes the Play-Doh or the cookie dough flat. So you can use that and you can roll it back and forth and it will make the cookie dough or the Play-Doh flat. And then these little things right here, they're called cookie cutters. So you can get cookie cutters in different shapes. You can get them in animals. You can make different things with them. And she's going to use cookie cutters today and the roller so that she can make different things out of her cookie dough. Okay? So remember, she mixed up her dough and she rolled it on the table, and then she got her favorite cookie cutters. Okay? So what do you think she's going to do with that cookie cutter? What do you think she's going to do with it? You know, some of you are right. She's going to cut out cookies. She's going to use this cookie dough. She's going to use those cookie cutters, and she's going to press them down hard on the cookie dough, and it's going to cut out different shapes. So right here, she made a teddy bear. And this cookie cutter is a duck. So it looks like the next thing she's going to make is a duck. So when she got out her favorite cookie cutters, she cut out a duck. Wow. So this is her duck cookie cutter, and she cut out a duck. And then the next thing she cut out was a rabbit. And then she cut out a dog. And then she cut out a cat. Wow, she's cutting out a lot of different things. And then she cut out a bear. And then she cut out a pony. Wow, can you help me count how many different things that our friend Jenny cut out? Let's start over here. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Jenny cut out 6 different things with her cookie cutters. So do you remember what animal this was? What is this? That's right, it's a duck. And do you remember what this is? It's a rabbit. That's right. And what is this? It's a dog. Great job. And what is this? It's a cat. Great job. And what is this? It's a bear. And the last one is it's a pony. Great. So Jenny baked the cookies until they were nice and brown. And when the cookies were cool, Jenny was ready for the fun part. So she started decorating. She made some nice icing. And then she looked at each one of the cookies with her creative eyes. She decided to make the duck yellow with purple dots all over it. She thought that she would make the rabbit look good with green stripes. She made the dog with pink hearts, the cat with small X designs, the bear with red stars, and the pony with little spiral designs. When she had iced and decorated every cookie, she stood back and sighed. These are the prettiest cookies in town, Jenny said. Jenny placed the cookies into the cookie jar. Uh-oh, she's going to start putting the cookies into the cookie jar, so I better move Jenny over so we can get all the cookies. Here's her cookie jar right here. And she said it's time to put all the cookies into the cookie jar. They're all going in. Jenny's cookies are so big I can barely get them all on here. There we go. All right, so Jenny placed the cookies in the cookie jar. She thought they were too pretty to eat. What Jenny didn't know was the cookie jar was magic. When the cookies were placed inside, they came to life. They began to get real. And as soon as Jenny left the room, here they are. They're all inside the cookie jar. And as soon as Jenny left the room, the cookies pushed the lid off. Here's the lid. They pushed the lid off the jar and they danced right out. Uh-oh. So they pushed the lid off and they're all coming out the jar. They danced in a long line just like a parade. They danced onto the table, onto the chairs, onto the floor, and right out the door. Uh-oh, they're leaving. Out the door they go. Bye, little cookies. Those beautiful cookies must be dancing still because they never return to the cookie jar. Oh no, so poor little Jenny worked so hard on her cookies. She made a duck. Then she made a rabbit. Then she made a dog. Then she made a cat. Then she made a bear. And the last thing Jenny made was a horse. So Jenny made all these cookies. Jenny made the cookies, and then she put the cookies in the jar. And after she put the cookies in the jar, they moved the lid off of the jar and they danced right out. So Jenny did do a good job today, friends. And you know what? Now that we're done reading our story, maybe you can pretend to make some cookies. So how about you go get some Play-Doh and you go get cookie cutters and a rolling pin and you can pretend that you're making cookies. That would be a great idea. You would also use your fine motor skills by making your fingers strong from rolling the Play-Doh and using the cookie cutters. I hope you guys had a great time tuning in to the show today. And guess what, friends? It's the end. So I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.